Hey everybody, today we're going to go over a known issue that the ProMasters have. They're known to have the water run down the windshield and get under the cowl area. When that happens, the water gets on top of the engine and holds in some areas that have bolts and things like that and can cause corrosion over time, and that corrosion can cause those bolts to fail. Let's take a look. Now fortunately we just had some rain last night, so you should be able to see some of the residual water that held from when the water ran down there. In here and usually across here. Now I picked up this cheap sheetrock mud tray from Home Depot and a little brass fitting down in here and just zip tied it under here temporarily when I thought that the only water that was leaking down was this water right here. What this is, a lot of people are confused and think this is your engine intake air, but it's actually your cabin air, and your cabin air filter is up in there. What happens is this fairing that comes from the cowl does not seal well with this, and the water gets in here and it runs down. That's what I made this tray for. They did allow for this design, and back in the back there's a tube that goes all the way down through the engine compartment into the fender, and the water drains out there. Unfortunately, since this seal does not fit tight, it still drains water down on there. But the main culprit is going to be the cowl area. The cowl area does have drains in the corners and across the top. That is what this drain hose is for, as long as it doesn't get clogged. I believe there's another one over here in the corner, another one here on this side. Problem is that the cowl area does not fit tight to the window, and the water is allowed to run down through there. This seal should be fitting tight with the windshield, but it's not, and since it's off the windshield, that all the water coming off the roof and down the windshield just gets into this area and drains down on the engine. So I've seen a few solutions that people do. Sometimes people will put a layer of some sort of tape across there. That's fine temporarily. I'm not a big fan of that. It looks trashy, and over time the heat and the UV rays will break down the tape and it'll start looking frayed. So I don't want to do that. Another option I saw is where people put a sealer across this cowl. I also don't want to do that, because if it doesn't work or if it fails, we're going to have to go through all the trouble of taking that off. So my thought was, if I could find some sort of gutter trim to go across here that sticks to the glass, it could catch the water and have it go up and over that or down into the middle before it even gets to there. And I found some. On Amazon, I was able to find that they actually make a vinyl trim type gutter that has a cross section that looks like this. So what we can do is we can stick this to the glass, the water will go over this lip and it'll hit this gutter, and then we'll make the trim go downhill, or make this gutter go downhill to the middle, and then we'll just cut a gap and then the water will go in there, in theory. Another issue that we have with water is that when it's raining and this van door is shut, this seal around here doesn't fit tightly to the door and allows water to leak through. I adjusted the door latches, but it just wasn't enough to keep that water from coming down in there. So this is actually the issue that I had, where I thought of the gutter system, and then after I started researching it, I realized I could use it for the front windshield problem as well. So what I'm going to do with that gutter is I'm going to run it across the top of the door at a downhill, so that when it rains, it hits that gutter and runs off versus coming down into this door. Because the last thing that we want is this water to run down onto our refrigerator and get it all into those electronics and everything. So those are the two projects I'm going to be doing today. And what we're going to need for those projects is the actual gutter that we got. We're going to need something to cut it with, and then we're going to need some sort of cleaner to clean off all this stuff. I have some acetone. Let's go over and check it out. All right, so we have some acetone here that we're going to use on this rag to clean off the base of the window and the paint above the doorway. We have the trim. I got this off of Amazon. I'll add that link below. It's quite a bit. I can't remember how much. I want to say 40 feet. I'm not sure if that's what it is though. And then we also have a knife and some scissors, which I already tried to use cut. Don't work very well, so we're not going to use those. Now, another issue that I might run into is if anybody who's worked with this kind of stuff knows that it really only does good in a straight line. So what I did was I did a test piece and I just cut some slits in here. Let's get closer to the camera. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to turn this and then the double stick tape will hold it together, and we'll be able to get those lines on the windshield. Perfect example being right here, needing to follow this line, so we'll be able to put it tight there and then use that double stick tape to get that nice curve. It does kink a little bit on the front side, but I think that that's minimal and it should be fine. We'll cut these to go across there. This area should be fine anyway, because there are some drains down there that are going to catch that water and send it out the fender, and it won't be draining on the engine. The main thing that we're worried about is the engine. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a rough cut. That way we don't have to deal with this whole entire mess. We'll start here, go across. And we'll cut it with this knife. There we go. So this should give us our piece to start with. Let's go ahead and utilize this acetone to clean off the base of the window. Want it nice and clean, because if that double stick tape doesn't stick good enough, then we're just stuck with the water going up under the gutter instead of redirecting over the top. Pretty dirty from the ride here from Texas. Now, one thing I do need to check is to see, this might run, I just realized that this windshield wiper might hit. Let's get this lid back on the acetone. Don't want it evaporating out. Back y'all up a little bit so you can see. All right. Ooh, please stay under there. Okay. So it looks like when it's stuck, it's going to clear the windshield wiper, so that's good. As you can see, it's clearing. Let's make sure it's all clean. So I'm not going to cut this first. I kind of do. Just to get that excess out of the way. Alright, and then we're going to go down through there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and stick it, and then we'll cut it after the fact. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this again, because it looks like there's still some trash on there. Squeaky clean, that's what we want. Oh, neighbor dog's got Arthur worked up. Might have to take a break. Mercedes is here. I'm just going to go ahead and stick it, and then we'll come back and we'll do all the cuts that are necessary. And the way we're going to do that is just by pulling this out as we go. Hopefully this tape is decent. Sorry if y'all can't see. All right, now that we have it stuck on there, we'll cut our edges. Which actually, I don't know that I need to cut that. We want to go back and really apply pressure along there to make sure all the double stick tape is sticking. It's actually not even, I don't think I'm going to need to cut it. And like I said, there's a little area right here. Oh my goodness. Like I was saying, there's a little area right here where the water is going to run down there, but we're going to be okay with that because there's a drain right there. So let's go to the other side and get this cut. All right, that should work. Cut this excess off here. Just pull that out, and there we go. All right, so there you have it. And we'll take it out and we'll do a test with the hose and see what happens with that. Water should hit that and cut a little channel here in the middle, so that all the water that goes there will actually run down into here instead of under the cowl. Now let's get that door done. What we're gonna do here is we're just gonna cut a straight piece. I mean, they're all straight, but we're gonna run a straight piece that goes across the top, overlapping on either side. That way the water will run to either side of the door instead of across the door. So let's get that cut. Just like before, we'll cut it longer than we need. That way if we make a mistake like I did on the front, we'll be able to correct it. And I want it running past the edges of the doors. There we go. Now let's clean it up with some acetone so the tape will stick. And just like before, my phone died when I was doing the video, so I'm just doing a follow-up to show you what I did on the side door. As you see, I just put this strip as straight as I could, but it's just above the door. So the water runs down on this and flows off the end, which I'll show you in a rain video in a second. When the door is open, it's still up there and it keeps the water from dripping down while we're standing inside the door. We've had this on here for about a week now, had a couple rains. I did find that on the front, when I ran the hose, it just ran up and over because it was way too much volume. But in the rain, it does catch here and it prevents it from getting on the engine, which you'll see in the video. I'm not trying to avoid any water getting on anything or dripping down in the doorway. We're just trying to keep most of it off because it's the larger quantities of water that become an issue. So check out these videos of the pouring down rain and you'll see.